Well, but it isn't Street Fighter 5. I'm not here to talk about Street Fighter 5. You're going to see me transition into, well, you guys will see what I'm talking about in a second here, but bear with me. So, what am I here for? Well, we need to talk about the Elena trailer, because where is that? Where is the Elena trailer? Yeah, you know, the Elena trailer hasn't been showcased, and I'm wondering, where is it? Because, you know, there's a great reason why I'm asking this question. Is because, you know, it's been like, what? Today's the 22nd of March. It's been like almost 2 weeks since, you know, Capcom Cup ended, and, you know, a trailer is not here.
Fight!
It's weird. Like, where is the trailer? It was obviously, look, I know Capcom hasn't obviously stated where the trailer was going to be, you know, presented by. But, you know, you would think it would be at Capcom Cup, you know? You would think so. Well, no, clearly fucking not. That's obviously not the case. But since, you know, we're not dealing with a situation where, you know, it's not going to be at Capcom Cup, then where could it possibly be at? You know, on a random, you know, fucking Tuesday afternoon, or rather Wednesday afternoon, where, hey, guys, here's Elena for season 3. Now, obviously, they didn't tell us specifically that there would be an Elena trailer, but here we are, right? Oh, I got grabbed. They didn't say, like, oh, there's going to be an Elena trailer, because last year, Capcom stated they were going to focus on the competition for Capcom Cup instead of revealing other, like, announcements. So you would think, since they didn't do that, you know, they would obviously show Elena, but no, clearly not. And yes, this is what I was talking about, me going from one game to the next. I went to 5 to 6. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this. You know, I'm not gonna make this video super long or anything like that, but I am concerned, like, where is the trailer? Because Evo Japan is on May 9th, right? Yeah, Evo Japan's on May 9th. So you would think, obviously, there would be some type of trailer too, because, you know, here's how Capcom does it. You know, obviously, they do a lot of different, how do I put this? Different facts to consider. A lot of preparation, if you will, for, you know, making and putting in the characters at a specific time frame. And obviously, you know, they kind of, they do a specific amount of things before anything. Like, for example, let me put it to you this way. Ed dropped last year in quarter one of quarter one last year in 2024. And obviously that was the 27th of February. And obviously, you know, many things have happened. Mai came out in February 5th this year. So a total of 22 days, you know, earlier than expected. So most of these characters have obviously followed 8-week schedule promotion of, like, specific events. They always have, like, a world tour teaser followed by a gameplay trailer, then the music trailer, the character guides trailer, and then they all release 1 to 2 weeks between. Of course, if it doesn't overlap with some event. Now, Elena will most likely come out before, like, Capcom's fiscal year 2025, because that's just business. And if it's just like Akuma, then we have every reason to believe that follow a 8-week playbook near every time. Obviously, Rashid and Bison are, you know, exceptions. Rashid came out, I believe, July 24th, 2023. Bison came out June 26th, 2024. So obviously, look, the Bison one, I'll tell you this, I feel like that was a bit too early, and every other character obviously follows a specific program of promotion purposes, and, you know, by now we could have had a trailer by now at this point, because or especially by Capcom Cup, and I know everyone was expecting that, especially since, you know, Capcom Cup wasn't really or Capcom did not mention anything about that in the specifics. They didn't mention about revealing things and not revealing things. So, you know, it's possible that we could have had something by now, but clearly we didn't, right? It should have been announced, like, on the final day of Capcom Cup, but there was no reveal. And clearly, you know, that's making people second guess, like, yeah, there's no reveal. We have to wait on a certain Wednesday or Thursday to know what's really going on. Which at this point, it's kind of true. Like, what are we gonna expect? Because let's see, this fight pass ends on the 23rd of March, and that's like tomorrow. So I don't know. I mean, it's possible that we're waiting. Look, let's put it this way. To hypothetically guess where this trailer might take place, we have to think logically here. We have to think Capcom, I guess. What does Capcom want to do? Well, clearly they didn't fucking release the trailer on Capcom Cup, which would have been probably the best thing they could have done. But clearly that didn't happen. Then what is most likely what they're planning to do? At this point, just release the trailer on a random Wednesday or Thursday at this point. That's literally your only option, right? And they always have, you know, oh shit, wrong menu. They always have a battle pass for the character. And clearly, and you can tell, by the way, this is how you know I have not played the game that much. I would have had this done by now, but I just have not played the game that much in a bit. But yes, they always have a battle pass for the character 3 weeks prior to their release. Now, Mai is an exception, of course. Mai is an exception. She came with it. But usually they always have a battle pass. And Evo Japan happens on May 9th. Now, could I believe that Capcom can pull a last year and just say, fuck it, release season 3 on May 1st, 8 days before fucking Evo Japan? It's possible at this point. They did that with Combo Breaker last year. Like, literally when Akuma dropped, Combo Breaker was like 2-3 days prior. So it was like fucking early. It was early, guys. It was early as fuck. Like, by then, you know, all the characters came out for season 2, or season 2 barely started. And look, Elena, where are you? Elena, where are you? Where is Elena, bro? Where is she? Oh my god. But yeah, that's usually how it is. And it could be that. I could be wrong. I could be very fucking wrong. I hope to be wrong. It could be in April at this point, which looks like it's clearly gonna have to be April. If not, then it's gonna have... It has to be like 1 week before May 9th. Yeah, they should definitely release it before May 9th. That's just my proposition here. I hope it's by then. Like, obviously, well, not by then, but, you know, a little bit before, but still. Anything is possible, but if they release... I can't really see them release it on April, though. I mean, I can, but I can't, if that makes any sense. If they do, then alright. It makes sense, because it gives, like, a month time of, like, it gives it, like, a month to understand how Season 2 might work. And if that's the case, then that's fine by me. But, then again, Capcom Cup has ended literally 2 weeks ago. So I wouldn't be surprised if they give like a little bit longer break for the pros, because fucking pros like Punk, Mena RD have all like, you know, worked very hard for this. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have somewhat of a bit of a break now. But you know, the grind's always real. So anyways, guys, that's really all I have to say. Look. They always, like I said earlier, they always have like a specific time frame, an 8-week of promotions for, you know, for the character, their trailer, their world tour trailer, their gameplay trailer, all that good stuff. But we'll see what's gonna happen. It's kind of feeling a little weird nowadays. So yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen at this point. But yeah, it's a weird time to be a Street Fighter fan, and it's a weird time to be a Tekken fan as well. I have a video about that, actually, about Tekken. I'll make that fairly soon. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I just wanted to talk about, like, you know, where is the Elena trailer, and where could it possibly be at? And speaking of Elena, she's right. Yep, there she is. She is right behind me. There she is. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's hope for Season 3 to come by very soon. Catch you later, guys.